Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. And in today's video we have this 2022 Toyota Corolla Cross, and we're going to do the Taillight Tint installation for this vehicle. So this is how it looks before doing the installation, and this is how it looks after the installation. So the tint has PPF properties, which means it will protect the lenses from yellowing over time, as well as protect it from any small scratches or any road debris that might hit the lens. If you like the product, link for the product will be down in the description below. But with that being said, let's get started with the installation video. So the tools you need in order to install the tint kit will be Slip Solution, Tack Solution, a heat gun, squeegee, and a microfiber towel. And a step-by-step guide in order to create the two solutions will be in the description below. So before starting the installation, we want to make sure we prep the lens. So all we're going to use is our Slip Solution. And then with the clean microfiber towel, just clean the lens and remove any contaminants that the lens might have. So to start off the installation, we're going to start off by installing this piece here. So just apply Slip Solution on your lens and then on the tint film as well. And you just want to align the film on the edge of the tail light here and make sure it's aligned on the bottom here as well. Now that we have it aligned, we can start tacking this section down. And then with our finger, we could help this section tack down with just Tack Solution. So apply Tack Solution all around, hold it in place with your hand, and then just tack this section down. And now what we're going to do now is just apply Tack Solution on top of the film. And then with our finger, we can start helping it tack down to this curve here. And then start squeegeeing once you have it tacked down here. Okay, and then to completely seal this top edge here, we're going to apply Tack Solution again and then heat, and then with our microfiber towel just go around it. That way that we absorb the solution with our microfiber towel. Okay, now that this piece is installed, we can move on to the next piece here. So with this one, just start off by applying Slip Solution onto the lens and then apply it as well onto the tint. And you just want to line it up right to the cutout of the tail light here, and then just match it right to this edge. Everything should fall into place on this section as long as you align it here first. So make sure it's aligned here and it's good here. Once we have it aligned here, first step we're going to do is tack it down on this side here. So lift the film and apply Tack Solution underneath and on top of the film, and just start tacking it down and make sure you remove all of the water bubbles behind the film. Now that we tack down this section, all we need to do now is stretch the film to the edge of the tail light here in order to remove these fingers that are here in the middle section. So to stretch the film, just lift the film and apply Slip Solution. Make sure this area is dry in case it's too slippery to stretch, and then stretch the film until you reach it to this edge here. And the film is going to overlap with the first film that we installed. That's perfectly fine. Just make sure that you align it on the edge here. And as you can see, all the fingers that we had here are gone. Now that we have it aligned, apply Tack Solution and start tacking down this whole section. Okay, now that we tack down this whole section, now the last thing to do is just remove any fingers that are coming up. So for example, here in this curve, all we're going to do is just apply Tack Solution, and with heat and squeegeeing at an angle, we'll start removing these fingers here and any other fingers that might have come up while we were installing it. Okay, so now we move on to installing this top section first. So all we're going to do is apply Slip Solution onto the lens here and then to the film. And you want to start off by aligning it right on the edge here first. And for this one, make sure you give yourself enough material to cover the bottom layer of the tail light here. So just measure it roughly around there. If it covers all of the red layer of the tail light here, that should be good. So keep that in mind, and then also just make sure everything's aligned on this top edge and you give yourself enough material on the top as well. So it should look something like this. So the next thing to do once we have it aligned is tacking this section down first. So apply Tack Solution and then start tacking it down. And then for this top layer, all we're going to do is just help it guide to the top because it is going to be slanted. So just help it guide to the edge and then tack it down. So this is what I mean. Would normally be slanted, so just help it right to the edge. If you need a stretch, you can. Just make sure you have it aligned and then tack it down. So remember, we're just focusing on this side of the tint first. And then once we have this section tacked down, all we need to do is just stretch the film to meet this edge here. So lift the film carefully and apply slip solution. Make sure this area is dry and then stretch it. Make sure you're still giving yourself enough material to cover the bottom piece here, as well as some material to cover the top layer. So if this lifts, that's fine, roughly around there, because these two edges here are going to cover this side of the layer of the tail light. So roughly around there, make sure everything's good. And now we start tacking down so it doesn't move out of place. So just apply tack solution, hold it in position, and start tacking it down. And then right here, just run your finger around. That way you could see that it's covering everything. And then if you see everything's good, just continue and tack it down. And then for this part, just continue tacking down this layer here. So apply tack solution, and then this one as well, just tack it down to meet the end. And it might overlap here. It does have a cutout, but that's fine as long as you cover the tail light here. So hold it in place for a bit, that way the bottom layer tacks down. We can add heat to help the adhesive activate faster. And then just apply tack solution and heat to remove any small fingers. Hold it in place and tack it down. So for this last piece here, just apply slip solution and align it right on this edge first. So align it here and then make sure it's aligned down here. That should be good. And then apply tack solution and tack this section down with your squeegee. And make sure you remove all of the solution that's behind the film. Okay, now that we have this section tacked down, we're just going to make sure everything is still aligned here before we seal it. So just adjust it if needed, and then hold it in place and start tacking it down. And then to help speed up the process for the adhesive to activate, just apply a little bit of tack solution and use heat across and then just tack it down. So once you're done installing the whole tint on your tail light, the last thing to do is just post heating all around. So to post heat, just apply tack solution, making sure you put tack solution wherever we overlap the film and any of the edges. That way we secure the tint to the tail light. And then with our microfiber towel and a heat gun, and we're just gonna go all around the tint. That way we start helping the adhesive activate faster. Okay, so that concludes the installation video for the Taillight tints for the 2022 Toyota Corolla Cross. We hope that this video helped you guys out with the installation. Don't forget to drop a like on the video, make sure you're subscribed and turn on the notification bell. That way you don't miss any upcoming installation videos. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.